Hello everyone, my name is Jeff and welcome to the first episode of Jeff's Garage. The purpose of this YouTube channel is to share the experience of modifying my car as well as share everything that I've been learning along the way. So the first thing I want to show you guys today is the car that we're going to be working on. It's my 2001 Pontiac Trans Am. Six-speed. It's got pretty low mileage. It's got 50,000 miles on it. Maybe a little bit more, but not much. Oh yeah, I'll pop the hood for you guys. Show you what it's got in it so far. I wish I could say it's bone stock, so that I was starting with a fresh car, but I have done a few minor mods to it. We're not going to get into that too much because that's all about to change anyway. I guess we could start from the front. So this is what the bottom looks like. And I'll talk about a couple of the mods that I've done so far underneath here. You can kind of see, if you know anything about cars, what has already been done. But all right, we'll start from the front. Some of the things I'm going to keep for this build. So the engine's going. The safety bell housing is going to stay a shatterproof bell housing. I've got a modified T56 Magnum here. They say 750 horsepower max, but I've heard of guys pushing it up into the thousands. I'm gonna be keeping the transmission cross member, upgraded slip yoke. Oh, also I'm probably gonna keep these headers too, but the exhaust system is definitely gonna be changed. I'm gonna need a bigger exhaust system for what's going in this thing. Got a modified, well, actually upgraded drive shaft. I believe it's 3.5 aluminum, and I'm gonna be keeping the torque arm. I'm also gonna be keeping these adjustable panhard. Well, actually, that's adjustable panhard bar. I'm gonna be keeping that probably, but I'm gonna be also keeping the lower control arms, adjustable lower control arms, and this right here. This let me get a flashlight real quick. This this rear end. It's a Ford 9-inch rear end. It's got 370 gears in it right now. Probably gonna need to change that, but I don't know. I'll find out what I need to change it to once I take it down to the strip after everything's all said and done. It's not too hard to change out the gears. Just pull that third member out, send it out to Mosier, you're good to go. This is a Ford 9-inch Mosier rear end. One thing I'm gonna have to fix on this rear end is Mosier. I called up Mosier. They said with the amount of horsepower I'm gonna be putting it through it, I'm gonna need right here cross brace. I think that's what it's called. But I'm gonna need to weld that in. And that's it for under the car. If I can think of anything else, I'll let you guys know in coming up videos. But that's the car. Now I want to show you guys what's in the crate. Now I've been waiting to open this thing for a while now. It's been about maybe a month. And tomorrow is my birthday, so I guess I could consider it a birthday present. I've just been... Why have I been waiting so long? Because this garage was a mess. I couldn't even move around in it. So I just had to organize a little bit, clean up, and still got some stuff to take care of over there, but it's clean enough now. And I've been waiting to do the YouTube channel, and that's why, another reason why I haven't opened this thing up yet, because, you know, I wanted to wait to get this channel started so that I could open it up for you guys. Now, I just want to say thank you to a few people before I open it up. So I'm gonna get this camera set up on the tripod here, and we'll do that, and then we'll go ahead and open her up. So the first person I would like to thank, well, actually it's a company, and that's Texas Speed and Performance. There's their website. If you like what you see in this box, or what you see in future videos, and you want to buy it, go ahead and give them a call. They're great. They're one of my favorite companies to buy automotive parts from. They've always had great customer service. I would like to thank Lindsay, my wife. I'd like to thank my wife's parents, Brian and Terry. I would like to thank my grandparents, Nana and Nanu. I'd like to thank my mother, Yvonne. And I'd like to give a special thank you to my dad, David Michael Cease. He's the biggest contributor to what's inside this box, and also to this whole project. If it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be doing any of this. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, and I wish that he would have been here to be able to see all of this, but unfortunately not. So my way, and maybe in a way his way too, I felt like he could still be a part of this, because he had a motor that was about halfway done, an old school Pontiac motor that was about halfway done. I mean, it was halfway built, and it still needed a lot of work. And I'm not into the old school stuff. Maybe if I had an older car I might be, but I don't, and I don't plan on it. And I have this Trans Am here, and you know, Trans Ams have LS's in them. We all know that. Well, the 4th gens anyway. And anyway, I just feel like, I mean, I like LS motors. So, I mean, I had no use for his motor. I decided to sell it. And I got scrounged as much money as I could. And I used that money to, what better way to use that money than to use it for the heart of this car. So a part of him can still be with me, and still be with what's in this crate, and still be in that car. So I just wanted to give a big thank you to him, and thank you for the birthday present, Dad. Alright guys, I kept you waiting long enough. Let's show you what's in this thing. So, I did open this thing to see what was, make sure what was in here wasn't broken, so that's why all the screws are out and everything, but as far as that, nothing's been touched in here. So, look at that. My very own Cleetus McFarland Resleeved 427. Oh, look at that. They got me a shirt too. Sweet. Put this over here. Those must be the spacers. Those must be the spacers for the windage tray they were talking about. I guess if you have a longer than stock crank, like if you got a stroker, even 4 inches, you need to clearance the windage tray so that the crank doesn't hit it when it comes around. So, okay. Oh, I'm sure that's just their break-in and recommendations and a little bit of knowledge right there. All right. I wonder what that is in there. Can't really see it. There's something in there. Oh, it's all saran wrapped on. I'm gonna try and get this thing on the engine stand in a second, and then I'll pull the saran wrap off. Can't really see much with it on there, but I want to get it on the engine stand before I pull all that off, just to help protect it. So now I have to find out how I'm going to get this on the stand. All right, I'm gonna put this back on the tripod and try and figure this thing out. Oh yeah, also here's the stand I got for it. Nice heavy duty. I know it's a Harbor Freight, but I mean 1 ton, that should be fine. My dad had that old school Pontiac on this thing, and this is just a, what does it say? So a lot smaller and weaker, like maybe a half ton or something. Oh, like right here, 1,000 pounds, half ton. You had it. That block was heavy, man. Old school iron block, and he had that on there, and it held fine. But this engine's gonna be a lot lighter because it's aluminum. But I still, with that much money, I want to make sure I'm not using the flimsy one. So I bought this heavy duty one here. Okay, so I stopped the time lapse so I could show you guys this real quick. So I found out where they like to mount the engine stand to the motor, and I know Texas Speed likes to use these two outer ones, it looks like, from some of their videos, and this one and this top one right here. I was thinking about using this one, but I don't know, they didn't use it, so I'm not going to use it either. You can also see some wear marks right here on these two, this one here and this one. So they use those holes. That's the holes I'm going to use. Also, I went out to the local hardware store, Fastenal, and I bought some bolts. The bolts that you need are, let's see if I can find out which ones. I already forgot here. They're M10 by, I think it's 1.5 thread pitch, 1.50 thread pitch, and of course I went and got grade 10.9, so basically grade 8. You know, strongest I could get. They're 100 millimeters in length, and what I found is these should work great for the beefier Harbor Freight engine stand. This, along with your thicker, I went and got some thick, let's see here, they're 3/8 inside diameter by 1.5 outside diameter by 1/8 thick. And if you look at that, that's pretty thick. I don't think it's grade 10, but I mean, this is steel, it's hardened steel. I don't know if it's hardened steel either, but I mean, it's 1/8 thick. This stuff should work. And it looks like Texas Speed didn't even use washers. They just used the, I mean, I don't know, I wasn't there, but it looks like from the wear marks on here that they used, just mounted this straight up to the engine, you know, because there's a couple wear marks that look just like that hole right there, this circle. So that's probably what they did. But anyway, it's not rocket science. I'm sure, I mean, I don't have to show you guys this. I'm sure you'll figure it out on your own. But I mean, every extra step, you know, or information I can give you to help you out saves you, you know, 5-10 minutes of time thinking about it, you know. So like I said, M10 by 1.5, and look at that, it will thread in there perfectly. So, and I don't know what the depth is, but I mean, that backs in at about 1 inch. It goes in about 1 inch, just long enough for those threads, you know, those threads are about 1 inch long. It doesn't hit the shank, so it's perfect. And 100 millimeter in length is just the perfect length for you to get 2 washers on there. Put one on this side, slide it through the hole, and then put another one on this side, and there you go. And you still got 1 inch of thread, and it's gonna, you have a nice washer here to sit right on there, you know. So. Bolts, 100 millimeter bolts, they work perfect for these 2 bottom holes, but that's because on the back side they come all the way through, but you see how it comes out just a little bit? On these top holes, this one here and this one, they don't tighten all the way down. Okay? And you don't want to go cranking on these things. If they're bottomed out in the hole here, you'll screw a whole bunch of stuff up. So what the next best thing to do is, I got some extra washers there. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the back side here, and hopefully that will draw the bolt out just enough so that it doesn't bottom out in the hole, and it will tighten right up. Alright, that should be it. Time to, about 2 feet to go. I don't think I'm going to be able to lift it by hand. But I mean, I could try. I don't know. No, there's no way. Alright guys, I got the engine on the engine stand. And no, I did not lift it by myself. I'm sure you could probably lift it with 2 guys and get it on there, but that's not the way I did it. I'm not going to really explain the way I did it because it's a little sketchy, but I got the engine on the engine stand. Guys, take a look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Like I said, those pistons look massive. Got a pretty deep dish too. 23cc dish is what I did. Diamond pistons. You got the, I don't know if you guys can see it because of the light, but every one of them has got the Texas Speed logo on it, which is pretty sweet. Look at that. Look at that cylinder wall. That sleeve is thick. Wow. Cleanest looking engine I've ever seen. So this right here is, again, I told you guys earlier, but I'll say it again. This is the Cleetus McFarland Resleeved 427 built for boost. It's the Leroy 1.0 version. I think they've got like a 2.0 or 1.5. I think it's 2.0 version that Cleetus McFarland is running now in Leroy. Yeah, I think he had to switch to a iron block because the aluminum, he already pushed the aluminum way past what the limits should have been. So I want to give a big shout out to Cleetus McFarland out there in Florida. I'm a big fan of his. He's been a major inspiration in doing this build. So shout out to you, Cleetus, and do it for Dale. So. Let's see what this thing looks like underneath. Hold on, guys. I'm going to have to set you down for a sec. One thing you guys should do is definitely lube up the this collar here that this engine mount slides in. It makes it so much easier spinning the engine. Just gotta be careful though. Make sure you put that safety pin back in. Put the safety pin back in. All right. So this thing, basically it's just a stock G on block, but Texas Speed went and machined out all the stock sleeves and put in thick Darton or power bore sleeves. This one's got power bore sleeves in it. Darton's a little bit more expensive, but they told me that the power bores will work perfect. They're almost just as strong. Maybe, I don't know how strong they are, but they say they're right up there with the Darton sleeves. So it's got a forged 4-inch crankshaft, 4-inch stroke crankshaft in it. It's got forged connecting rods in it. They're I-beams. All Texas Speed. This crank is made by Texas Speed. The connecting rods are made by Texas Speed. They got ARP bolts in them, of course, but the pistons are what are they? They're diamond pistons. ARP stud kit. This thing's ready to go. So, all right. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode of Jeff's Garage. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. There's going to be a lot more videos coming up with the progress of this motor, and I'd like you guys to be there with me while I build this thing. Alright, until then, see you later.